everyone, this is Krisha from Third World Book Nerd and welcome to our channel. Today we're doing a really great countdown to my top 5 best young adult books ever. Stay tuned. So like any other self-respecting, tax-paying adult out there, I like to read my own share of young adult novels practically because they're so fun. And another thing is, growing up, my generation, it sounds so old, but we actually didn't have a lot of young adult novels growing up. All we had was Harry Potter. That was basically the main thing. But compared to now, we didn't really have a lot of young adult books. Come to think of it, a lot of us actually read like middle grade stuff and then skipped to adult books. The young adult novels nowadays are actually quite fun. So yeah, without further ado, let me just give you my top 5 best young adult novels. So just a disclaimer, I won't be mentioning Harry Potter in this post because obviously Harry Potter is a level on its own. It basically shaped a whole entire generation, and I think, if I'm being honest, all the books that I've read after that period in my life were like a search to have that magical experience over again. So yeah, that's it. Start off with one of my favorite series ever. It's The Raven Cycle. It's The Raven Cycle by Maggie Stiefvater. I love this series so much. I read the first book back in somewhere around 2015 and I've been hooked ever since, and it's just so great. The Raven Cycle is creepy, suspenseful, and kilig all at the same time. It's like rolled into one huge giant roll of awesomeness. And the writing style is really great. It's poetic, it's prosy, it's everything you want in a novel like this. There's a certain kind of impact when you put magic in the midst of really ordinary things. I think Neil Gaiman does that so well. And I think that this book, this is the last book, The Raven King. I think this series just gives you the same effect, and I love it. Okay, so next on our list is ta-da! Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I love the whole duology, and I love Leigh Bardugo. If you've been hanging out with us here for the last couple of episodes, you'll know that I love this author so much. I love her books, I love her work, I love her writing style, I love everything. What I love about Six of Crows though is that it's very plot driven. Like the plot is just, it's just insane. It just drives you mad, and it's set in a very complicated world. All of the characters are gray. There's no right, wrong, there's no good, no evil, you know, those types of characters. I love complicated characters like that, and I think that this book really fleshed that one out. They're so diverse, and it's both character driven and plot driven, but mostly what I love about this series is the plot. It's like, you can't expect anything. Basically the second book, Crooked Kingdom, it gave me feels for weeks, and I'm not even kidding. So yeah, this is one of my top 5 books ever. Third up we have, can you see it? It's Strange to the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. This is actually one of my most recent reads. I only read this one last year, 2017, around Christmas time. Heard a lot of good things about this book. Laini Taylor is basically one of the best. What I love about this one is that the storytelling is just a different level altogether. It's like poetic and lyric and, dare I say, dreamy. I reviewed this book recently on my blog. I'll put the link down below for you to check out the full review. But basically, this is one of the best books that I have read thus far, and my only regret is that I didn't read it sooner. So yeah, that's it. Next up, we've got something that's very close to my heart. It's Tiger Lily by Jodi Anderson. This book is basically a retelling of Peter Pan. I love books that like really give you the feels. I think this is a recurring factor on why I select these books. This one has very complicated characters. You generally don't know who's good or bad. It's a very poignant coming of age tale. It might be a fairy tale, but a lot of people can relate to it. It's about first loves and heartbreaks and stuff like that. It would make you cry like a baby though, so fair warning. And last but not the least, definitely not the least at all, we have A Quart of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. Yeah, it's basically cheating. This is not a young adult book, I guess. It's more or less a new adult book because there are some scenes that I would not recommend younger readers to read. And I know this is the second book of the series. The first book is A Court of Thorns and Roses, but basically that book is just, it's a whole intro. That first book, it's just an intro. It's just basically laying out the foundations of the story. And then the second book like blows them all out of the water and like drives you nuts. This book is one big plot twist, which is what I love about it. It's got a lot of plot twists, a lot of action scenes, and a lot of Reese. I'm not even sure I'm pronouncing his name right. I love Reese. Reese-san. He's like my main book boyfriend. At this point, I'm just mumbling about it. I just love this book. That's it. So those have been my top 5 young adult reads thus far. I'm hoping to read more this year. I don't usually keep a TBR or a to be read list, but yeah, I'm hoping to read more books in the near future. So that's it for today, everyone. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. If you want to see more content like this one, don't forget to like our Facebook page, like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, or share it to any other book nerds that you know. So yes, thanks so much for hanging out with me. I'll see you next time. Bye. 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 Okay, bye.